Welcome back to Ill Eagle Culture Brands Red Tape Talk. I'm your host, John Ostos, a.k.a. Ill Eagle CEO, and I'm here with my two counterparts, Dion, 2 Cup Larry,
1 cup,
and Cody Big Meat Mauk. What's up, fellas?
Good. Just getting caught up from the last weekend or so.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I was gone at the hockey tournament, so I was trying to get updates the whole time.
How'd you guys do real quick?
We got first place.
You won the championship?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So here's the deal. The Minnesota hockey tournament, they're broken down into brackets, different brackets based on skill level.
Okay.
And so our particular bracket, there was only 4 teams in it, but we were the top bracket, so the highest skill level. And so it's not just for military. You could be a first responder, so a cop or EMT. That can consist of the team, and then you can have 3 civilian players. So a lot of the teams will get like freaking D1 hockey players. We played against guys that played for UND.
Hey.
So
I smoked these clowns. Huh?
It was a little bit out of my league, like as far as like skill levels, but I did what I could, you know, to help the team. But so Friday night we played 2 games. We played at 12:45 against the St. Paul Capitals, and that was a pretty good team, but we won 3-1. Second game we played against the 119th Air Guard Wing from these guys. We played them. We crushed them.
Is that Joe Gilbert's team?
No, I don't think he wasn't on a team this year.
Okay.
But we beat those guys like 6-3 or something. Saturday we went out Friday night and we all got blasted, and then we had another game Saturday. We were all hungover and we got beat like 6-2, and then so
fucked you guys yourselves up.
Going into Sunday, we played the same team that we lost to, and then we won 2-1.
Did you go out Saturday night?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
They all did, but they're young. They were a lot younger than me. I was the 3rd oldest guy on the team. So
times are changing fast, huh?
Did you guys pregame by like watching the movie Goon and the second one?
No.
Have you seen that movie?
I have seen that movie. That's a good movie. But
never heard of it.
Never.
In my time we watched Slapshot.
Slapshot?
Or is it a hockey movie?
Yeah. It's about a
with
guy.
Sean William
I
Scott.
seen Mighty Ducks.
Yeah.
I've never seen that one, but
Goon is good, but Slapshot's better.
really?
Yeah.
I've never seen Slapshot.
Slapshot's an older one.
I just like you'd be Goon in my mind.
Yeah.
Like never seen you play hockey, but that would be your job.
I mean, if we played in a league where we can actually
competitive
hit
like that
and stuff, that would probably be what I would be geared towards.
Yeah.
It's funny because Mugoto helped us at the show this weekend.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And he was asking about, you know, your whereabouts and stuff with the hockey thing or whatever. And I was like, yeah, he's out playing a tournament. He's like, that's crazy. He's like, I can't even picture Cody playing hockey. I'm like, I know it is, but I said, if you see him, it's fucking mind blowing, bro. It's this big ass fucking monster just fucking flying across the ice, bro, and slamming people around and shit. But you just never expect the speed that's on him, bro. But it's nuts. This guy's fast.
And it's funny because like, I get a lot of it's hard to tell what somebody's body looks like with a Bakey jersey, but I get a lot of guys that bump into me and they're like, "Fuck!" It's like a ping pong ball, just boing, they fall over. It happens every single time that they try to bump into me. They just boing and bounce right off.
They think they're just gonna rail this unfit dude and knock you down or some shit and keep you down.
Just boing, fall over, and then I just look at them and skate away. But anyways, I was texting you guys, you know, back and forth just to try to see how the show was going.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to know, you know, but so the prejudging was in any prejudging show, like there's not a lot of people that really go to prejudging because it's kind of boring, to be honest with you. Prejudging sucks. Like as a competitor, kind of sucks too. Yeah. Because you want to compete against like people and then with the crowd in there. But everybody knows like prejudging, it's kind of boring. So nobody
it's for the
up.
athletes mostly.
It is for the athletes. Yeah. That's where they're getting judged. But it's just not a lot of spectators. Yeah. And that's every show that I've been to, there's not a lot of spectators.
And I even feel like so for us our big thing was it was a first time show.
First time.
And there was we couldn't gauge it, so we were scared as shit. We were like, man, there's no real like internet response. There's not a whole lot of activity of people talking about it.
Tagging,
we had radio ads. We had everything going that we could possibly do.
Yep.
And so it was just like going in, we're like, fuck, man, like our first show is gonna bomb hard, you know. And we had like a whole bunch of vendors, and I'm like, this can't really be the way it's gonna go down. We got all these people committed to like rocking with us and taking a leap of faith with us, and so it was a little scary. The morning show, I mean, though you would say it's lackluster, for a first time show, I thought it was pretty good. It was better than I expected it to be. I was worried about it.
Yeah.
So it turned out pretty decent. There was a good turnout of people. And it was just it was a good time. It was done and over pretty quick too. So
it was real quick.
It wasn't so torturous. You know what I mean? And then came the evening show. And so like we had the expo with it. So we opened the expo an hour and a half before the show started. In fact, we opened the expo an hour before we even opened the doors for the show. So everyone was kind of forced to go into the expo for at least an hour.
Yeah.
Which my thought process was like, yeah, at the very least we'll get some kind of a crowd, you know, for the vendors, so they don't feel like it wasn't worth. But man, came like 3:30, 3:45ish, and then people just started showing up, and everyone was, you know, paying to get in. They were buying their tickets for the show, and that got them into the expo. Or they were just buying expo tickets. But before I knew it, it was like a fucking packed house upstairs.
Yeah.
And that was crazy. I was like, okay, this is fucking cool. Like this, even if this was all that showed up for the night, it was a good hour and a half rush for the vendors so they wouldn't feel unfulfilled. But it lasted through the night, bro.
Yeah.
Like all the vendors were active. People were giving us so much feedback. It was mind blowing. I thought we had a pretty damn good, I don't think we have an actual head count yet. But it was a lot of people that came for the show and everything too. Not a sellout event, obviously, but everyone complimented, man, though it was a small turnout for competitors.
Mm-hmm.
It was an amazing experience. The show, the venue, everything was done right. All the vendors like gave us praise and said this was awesome. Like, you know, we hope you guys are going to do this again. You know, we had a good time, or, you know, some were posting like huge turnout and all this shit. So it was like, that shit felt good. All the athletes, like every athlete,
they were in good shape.
Yeah, they belonged on stage. So there was, you know, 15 total athletes, but everyone belonged on stage.
Quality.
And they weren't mad, bro. Like they, you know, we had a little pep talk in the morning where we apologized and just said, hey, look, like we get it. It's not the biggest, you know, show ever. It is our first show, and we appreciate you guys being here. And we're going to give you the best possible experience that we can give you, considering the way things look. And I just say, you know, first timers for you guys, it's a good experience. You get to come in and, you know, all you that have been here for a while, see this as an easy cue for nationals. You know, use it as a burner show and give us an opportunity to throw down a first. It turned out really good.
Yeah.
Lots of praise. The head judges, they all praised us. Like, specifically, a couple judges came up to me and just were like, "Man, I've been to over 100 shows in this last year, and this is one of the coolest, like, done up shows I've been to. You guys have to keep going. Like, this is fucking awesome." And I was just like, "Wow, really?" And he's like, "Yeah, like I want to help promote next time and get a lot more competitors here, because you guys got to keep doing this." And he asked me, he's like, "All these vendors up here, like, did you just give them booths, or are these paid vendors?" I'm like, "No, they're all paid sponsored booths." And he was like, "That's unreal. Like, I've never seen anything like that up there, you know." And a couple of the judges came with wives, and so one of the wives of the same guy was just like, "Yeah, this is mind blowing. Like, I've never seen anything like it at an NPC show." I was like, "Fuck,
yeah,
okay, cool."
And that's credit to you to going out to do the work to try to convince these people to take a risk and you know, to pay a little bit of money to try to get their promotion, their business out there.
And you know, we sponsored for the last almost 9 years that we've been here. We've sponsored everything that comes this way, fitness wise, and so we understand the value that you miss out on when it's not when it's a lackluster experience. You throw $200 to $400 at a booth, and then there's really no activity there for you. That kind of sucks. And it's hard to blame the promoters too, because they tried to do, no promoter goes into this like, fuck it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They all want to make money and have a good show. So I felt good that we found ways to navigate how to make it an experience for them. And we reached out to everyone and we just said, plan to do something fun at your booth. Don't just sit there. Make it interactive, give away some prizes, play some games, do stuff to like entertain and make people want to come by your booth and check it out. And it was a hit, bro. Like every booth had something cool going on. All the booths were active and busy. Everyone looked like they were having fun. No one complained to me. I would say the majority, if not everyone, told me it was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So it was great, man. It was a great first time show after having the nerves we had about like, damn, is this going to happen good? Is it going to go down the way we want it? So I felt good about it.
Definitely what I've been hearing just from not being there, that it was a success, especially being a first time show. And seeing how it was going to go. So the other part is there was a rumor or somebody that had said that the show was fixed because of the decision of one of or the judges had said on about the show. First off, these judges are not from around here and they don't know a fucking person on that stage or anybody in the room.
Yep.
This is their first time seeing
I never
these
met
people.
any of these people.
This is the first time meeting these people. They don't give a fuck who wins, who loses. They just judge.
Yeah, I don't want to waste a lot of energy on someone saying that, or even whether it was
I just had to say it.
True or not. My whole scenario
annoying.
with this is like the audacity of somebody, and from what I understand, who's not even a known bodybuilding coach and have a first time competitor come on. The audacity of you to think that anyone even knows who the fuck you are, that they would want to like rig a show against you and your athlete. Like that, I don't even understand the logic. So I don't give that shit a lot of energy because it's just like, okay, I'm sure these people will eventually learn how the game works and they'll get better and maybe they'll change their mind about the way they behave in certain scenarios. But there's nothing about this show that I had the ability of fixing. The NPC has very strong control over the outcome and the things leading up to the show. Yeah. And the promoter is very limited in what he can do. And I think a lot of people have that confused because Tom was always the promoter and the chairman. Yeah. So he played both roles, and it was hard for people to understand that there was a line between the promoter and the NPC staff.
Yeah.
For me, I don't play both roles. So we had someone else, again, a person I'd never met, acting chairman for North Dakota, and we're the promoter for the show, for the Culture Brand Classic. Anything NPC wise, we had like hands off, bro.
Right.
We couldn't really do anything with that stuff. It was all for them. We had to hire NPC staff to work the backstage stuff, to be expediters. We even had Dion come in as our statistician.
Practicing.
But he had to be NPC staff to do all that, bro. Yeah. Like I had to basically like relinquish my connection with him, and he worked for them, and we were set. You know what I mean? So it's like,
and the thing is like,
and you because you were at the table, there was no rigging happening, bro.
No one.
It's impossible.
No one talked to like John didn't talk to the judges really at all, other than when we were at check-ins, and that was just camaraderie talking basically. Yeah. So and when the judges are judging or when the show starts, the judges don't even really talk to each other. Like they sit there and they go pretty quickly. They're like, all right, we'll do this. Head judge turns, says, you good, boom, that's it. They don't share with each other anything while they're judging. Yeah. You know, the judging is all separate, and then we go over it at the end of the pre-judging basically. So
not everything is politics, man, and it's so weird that people do that. It's weird that specifically to me, I've heard rumors in the past because we were always the title sponsor of Tom's shows. I've heard people have gone to Tom and been like, "Oh, I don't know if I can do your shows anymore because John rigs them, or now I'm not going to win because I'm not at his gym." And it's just like, bro, I've never been the dude. Like wherever these rumors come from, it's never been from me. Like I've never had a beef with another gym in town. I've never beefed with like if I have beef with someone, bro, it's known, but I just don't. So that you never seen that behavior from me. But like for people to make up these things to like try to like tear down my character, my image, it gets so old, bro. Because it's like everywhere I turn within this industry, there's someone trying to discredit the maneuvers I've made, but no one ever gives me the credit for being the person. And I know people are gonna feel indifferent about this, but I don't give a fuck because it's facts. I created culture here for the fitness rounds, bro. I created culture for like the bodybuilding scene and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. Sure, there was already bodybuilders and stuff here, but there was no culture for it, bro. You could go to the YMCA or you can go to the wellness center and work out. Yeah. That was it. Yeah. There wasn't like a culture for lifters, bro, for lifestylers. We created that shit when we brought Metroflex here. There was no one else doing it for 5+ years running.
Yeah, because I
have no beef with this culture, bro, except for people came in and wanted to make a name, and for some reason I was the marketing campaign for them to do so. And even then I give them props for finding an angle to do well, but I've never reiterated or regurgitated anything in response to them that was like trash talking, other than I say, man, it's weird that people use me as their marketing plan when they have so many better things that they can use to market.
Yeah.
But that's the way it's been for the better part of the last 4 or 5 years, and it's strange, and people will always find something, but man, keep making excuses for your losses and you'll never learn how to win.
Yeah. One thing I would point out too is especially being up front and also having been way in the back where we were running booths. Like
Things look different.
I've been a part of this for years now, and in many different aspects, and so seeing people up close in the specific lighting, the lighting is made.
It's designed for the judges to have the best view. Exactly. And that's what people don't get.
Yeah.
Even if you're taking video and pictures from afar, if you're not at the judges table, like we saw the lighting setup, bro. Yeah. The cameraman had to help orchestrate the lighting setup. They set it up so that it's orchestrated for the judge's view, not ours.
The judge gets on stage, they position the lighting,
center the line, everything,
and then they make the line. Yeah. So it's like you really can see what somebody's working with when you're up. Like it's revealing to see how conditioned people are, especially when you're that close. Like I can tell who could have maybe waited weeks, and stuff like that. But like when you're far away, everything like looks good. Yeah. It looks better.
Even in pictures, I noticed like
there's more shadows.
Flaws that I saw in some people coming in that I was like, oh fuck, that's gonna hurt them.
Yeah.
Or they weren't quite ready in that area. I didn't see in pictures where I was like, damn, in the pictures they look fucking great, which is dope. Good, that's what photography is all about.
Yeah.
But in person, like the view that people get where they might be like, oh, my guy was better. This it's like, no, that's why you got to leave it to the judges. And if there is politics, I'm not saying that it doesn't ever happen. We've seen a promoter or a chairman in our region get fucked over for getting caught fixing shows, bro.
Right.
So that does happen. Absolutely, it happens. But she was fully in control. She was NPC staff and promoter.
Head judge.
Like, you know what I mean?
Had clients competing in her same show.
Yeah.
Like,
so it like, okay, does it happen? Yes, but I do not have those means. And even if I did, that's just not my style, bro. Like, I've always said it on here. I'm the guy that I don't like to bullshit my friends so they can suck. I like to tell them truth so they can find a way to be better than they currently are in whatever situation it is. So if I was going to have the means to do that, I wouldn't do it because I would want to encourage my people, supposedly that I would rig for. I want to encourage them to truly be dope.
Yeah.
Not just pretend they're dope and mislead them and send them down a path to look like fools because I'm fixing something for them to look dope.
Go to nationals on their first.
You know what I mean? It makes no sense, bro.
That's just
it's counterintuitive to
waste all their money
to being an ally with me, bro.
Yeah. That's just not your personality.
No way. I would never fucking do nothing like that. So it's weird that someone would say that. I don't think it's so serious. I think maybe they said it, in short, passing or under their breath or for whatever reason it was said. It's not true. Not true at all. We didn't fix anything, and it just worked out the way that it worked out because people showed up ready, bro.
Yeah,
and it was fucking fun. It was a good time. I felt like I got hit by a truck the next day because of the anxiety, the tension, the stress of putting it all together. Prior to this, I was like, never again.
Yeah,
this was such a difficult path to get to the show, and the fear factor that was involved there, bro. Like, it was an expensive event to put on, and we didn't make money on this event. It's a first year. We knew we would take a loss. I was all for never fucking even considering it again until the night was over, and I started seeing all the messages flood in from athletes, people tagging me in their commentary when they're posting shows, and it was mind blowing. I was like, I looked at Kayla and I just said, fuck, we got to do this again. Except we got to do it even bigger now that we understand. And so we are. Next year, we're doing it again, and it's going to be double what we did this time, and probably 3 times the amount of athletes for sure, if not more.
I'm sure, like Cody would agree. We commend you for being able to go into the unknown, and obviously everybody that worked with you, but you guys put on something special. Obviously, going and traveling into something you have no idea what you're gonna do. You could take a huge loss on something like this, and you really put your head down. You guys put your head down and just got the work done, and got to the outcome, and it paid off in a sense. So
absolutely,
definitely happy to see.
It was a really cool testament to me too. In like the business game, people always talk about going through storms, and all the rewarding shits on the other side of hard work and shit. This was a really good testament to that because, like I said, I didn't quit, but I was definitely never going to do it again because it was difficult. It was strenuous. It was really hard work. It consumed us, day and night, bro, like you name it. And I still kept all my other tasks on board. You know what I mean? The podcasting, the editing of the podcasting, all the work that I do for the gym and H&I and social media and editing, like you name it, bro. I continue to do all that stuff while adding this whole other thing into the mix. I was fucking done.
Yeah.
But we knew, no, there's no way. Like I said, these athletes that signed up, I'm not gonna fucking do that to them, bro. There's no way. There's no way. I'm just gonna work harder and try my best to come out as even as possible in this. And that's what we did, bro. And it was proof and evidence that fucking hard. If you just go through the storm and you do the hard fucking work, it'll be rewarding on the other side, and you'll know you did the hard work because it'll be rewarding.
Yeah.
If it would have failed, it would have been because we didn't work hard enough to get it. That's the only reason why we would have failed. That people wouldn't have shown up because we didn't do the work. We did the work. We just didn't see the response to the work happen right away.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We had to wait for it all to come to fruition. But then it was like a relief, bro. And then it was like, yeah, I'm doing it again.
That's awesome.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, and then the success of the expo just shows that Fargo is interested in the fitness lifestyle. So that's exciting to see too. That they're next year I think it will be
big.
That was like the
expo
downside of being the statistician. I was like, fuck, I can't even go up there because I'm not supposed to talk to anybody basically. Yeah. So it's like I can't go up there. Yeah. And so I just came in at my normal time, sat in my chair, waited. Yeah. It sucked, but I looked up. I was like, oh, that looks fun.
Yeah, it was crazy.
What time did the show get over?
It ended about
7?
No, it was like almost 9 o'clock. I think like 8 or 9 o'clock. Yeah,
like 8.
So it went a good few hours because they did the posing routines and all that stuff, and then they had the intermission, and then the guest poser and all that, which was that he was fucking awesome.
He was awesome.
That guy's a monster too.
He did a good routine. Cool. Yeah. It was solid.
Yeah, he's a fucking cool ass dude, man. Props to him. I already told him too. I'm bringing him back next year to give him a bigger audience next time.
It was really cool.
He's such a cool dude, man. He's down to earth. He fucking lives for this shit, bro. Like, I mean, lives for it. It was so cool.
And he's smart. Like he's smart about it. He's not like a meathead. Nah,
he's got some intellect about the science of it all. Well, he runs a fitness shop out there.
Yeah.
But so I found out because I was talking to him backstage. They don't just sell supplements, but he knows subs really well. He's very intelligent about that stuff. But bro, they do he's like, we do anything fitness. He's like, we sell gym equipment. We sell weights, we fix gym equipment. He's like, fuck, some dude brought a bike in and asked if we could fix it, and we fixed it. He's like, we just do anything related.
That's dope.
He's like, but that's why it's called the fitness shop, because they don't just, he's like, subs aren't our moneymaker. We sell gym equipment, and we equip gyms and do all this. Like they just do all kinds of shit apparently at the fitness shop. So yeah, he's a grinder.
Damn.
Yeah, I respect the fuck out of people like that.
That's cool.
Not people who just talk about it, but people who actually fucking do it.
Yeah,
that's my forte.
Yeah.
Are we good?
Yeah, are we good? What do you guys want to get into next?
Just pick a topic.
All right. Well, this one's quick, so we'll go over it. So I'm not even gonna read this because we all know what's happening, but. Sean,
so you guys have been following this a little bit.
You can't even say the second part of it.
So Diddy, he got both of his houses raided.
No, 3 of them.
3 of his houses raided.
New York, LA, and Miami.
He fled.
Hold on, you guys have been following this. I think a little bit more than I have.
I don't even give a fuck.
I'm on it. I mean,
how did it get started? Like, where did it start?
So
there was somebody that came forward, right? Yeah. And said like, this motherfucker is
not real.
Not real. He's trafficking people. Yeah. He's raping people.
So it was a former artist of his.
Okay. Male
artist.
Okay.
Who came out and says he has recordings, video footage and audio of all these things. He named a bunch of names, bro. He named names in this affidavit that they got a hold of.
Yep.
And no one knows if this is what led to it though. Now keep in mind, right, there is a lot of stuff where they're in the affidavit where he's exposing drug dealings and who's getting what, like his Young Miami is the coke supplier, and fucking all these other people are involved now. All these people are being named, and he's talking about basically Diddy. I'm gonna make this long story short. Diddy is fucking the black Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah. Yep.
You know what I mean? To the rap game.
It has been for 20 plus years.
Yeah, easily. And he's got all kinds of people. So they don't know how the raid came about. Obviously, it has some connection to human sex trafficking, they said. Right. And now they're saying underage sex trafficking and drugging and, what do they call it? Conspiracy to entrap You know, because he
because he was
cameras,
recording.
yeah.
Yep,
So
yep.
and
Just
they
like
say
Epstein.
he's got really high profile people doing homosexual activities. Like dudes are he's having parties and drugging people up, and then they're like dudes are banging each other in the other room, and like it's just crazy.
My biggest question that I've got from it is like, so when they do a raid, normally they want the person to be home.
When you're raiding 3 mansions, I think they just go all.
But you would want to get the suspect.
Well, no, because they confronted him. I know everyone's saying he dipped to Cape Verde and you know this. Yeah. No, they confronted him. They arrested his drug mule.
Yeah.
And let him walk.
That's what I was because I told you.
And they said they even recently just said that he, even though that this is all happening, he has been green lighted to leave the country because they don't consider him a flight risk as it stands.
They got warrants to raid.
We were sending each other this stuff back.
They don't have enough. They don't have enough evidence to arrest him. I think.
Yeah, they couldn't arrest his drug mule because they got the affidavit and stuff like
that. They got warrants to raid his compound or his house.
They're building the evidence.
But Suge Knight, and it's so funny that these fuckers can post on Twitter when they're in prison.
It's a different game in prison.
But Suge Knight had posted saying that the whole reason behind these raids is to gather all that evidence and bury it.
Yeah. He's the fall guy.
Yeah,
they're gonna get what he has, and they're gonna use it to their advantage, or they're gonna protect people. Because Obama's been to plenty of parties. TD Jakes has been to plenty of parties.
LeBron James,
LeBron James,
he loves those parties.
I figured it with LeBron James though, but bro, the affidavit, the guy saying that Meek Mill or not Meek Mill, who was it? It was another rapper. No, it's Meek Mill and Chris Brown got down with each other.
What? Really?
Meek Mill is...
He said he has video footage of them railing each other. Chris Brown.
God.
Yeah, and so you know how they redacted the names, but then when they described him, he says a rapper who used to date Nicki Minaj and a Grammy-winning R&B artist who had legal conflicts with a Bahamian billionaire artist. Which is Rihanna.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
You're telling me he didn't have any drugs or unregistered weapons in any of those?
Oh, you know he had all that shit there.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? But the scapegoat is that he wasn't present in any of the houses.
But that's when you do a raid, they generally want to shoot for when you're where they want to raid.
It depends on what they were raiding for, I guess. I don't know. We don't know the reason.
Yeah, I mean, it just doesn't make sense to me.
I think they were more concerned with getting the evidence than they were with him.
Yeah.
And again, if we really believe this is all a stage and he's not really going to get busted for anything,
why they let him go.
Then it makes sense that he wasn't there. You know, because they haven't done anything orthodox as far as we have understood it. The rules and the laws changing like crazy on us. So who knows what the fuck, man? But this is a very crazy and intriguing turn of events for this guy, because now they're saying that Jay-Z's even bigger.
Yeah.
Bigger than
his name's being called out in these affidavits.
Yeah.
And he's worse than Puffy.
You know what's funny is that Jay-Z,
he's got a little bit of some Clinton blood in him too. From
Jay-Z is like this all powerful.
He's been offing people.
Jay-Z is like this all powerful fucking rapper, dude. He's got maybe 1 or 2 good hits. Like
Jay-Z has a lot of hits.
No,
I'm not a big fan of Jay-Z.
Jay-Z has a lot of fun.
He does have a lot of good music, but I don't like it.
And I've always thought he was a great spitter, bro. He's an off the top like freestyle spitter, and I find that to be one of the
I think he's got
talents.
like 1 or 2 good songs, and that's it.
If you like hip hop, he's got albums worth, bro.
Yeah,
all his commercial shit is garbage, bro. Like that Big Pimp and Spending, all that bullshit. That's his commercial, like Eminem style releases to build the fan base off of, and then you get into the album and there's like hardcore, like street, hip hop lyricism in there, bro. Yeah, he's dope. He's dope like that.
I mean, to each his own, but it just seems to me like he was propped up for sure.
I think so.
I mean, I think that you got to find somebody who has the skill set to fit the script, and then they get him propped up. But you got to have the skill. Like, you couldn't just prop up LeBron if he wasn't half decent. You know what I mean? You couldn't just you can't just
that's
prop
what I'm saying.
people
I mean,
up.
he was half decent, but he's not fucking
okay. But he's better than the most of the people in the game doing it right now.
But
I hate LeBron, bro.
I mean, they're propping up fucking excuse
Anybody.
my.
You can't fake.
They're propping up all these fucking R words.
Yeah, but you
like
can't
sexy
fake.
red and
You can't fake.
That's true.
No, okay, the rappers and shit, yes, for sure. You know what I mean? Like but you can tell when they're propped up, bro.
There's a lot.
No, I know. Like now there is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But they had to get a leader. They had to
started
they had
propping
to
him
find
up back then.
Yeah,
you know,
because
that's
they
all
needed.
they had.
They needed.
That's all they had.
Believable, bro. They needed believable.
Look,
and
all I'm
Puff
saying
Daddy
is,
was
like,
the biggest name they had back
Yeah.
then at that point because Russell Simmons bowed out and he's one too. But then it was Puff Daddy, and then other moguls started to come on the scene. And when they realized the intellect that Jay-Z had, they were like, "That's our guy." And they made him the guy instead of Puffy. Puffy got a piece of the pie still, but Jay-Z is the one. Jay-Z's like the top dog that all of these people go to, bro.
So what do you think is going to happen with them? With Jay-Z?
I think it's all a matter of time, like we're seeing, bro. I think Cat Williams was right in
Do you think he'll get
2024.
killed?
I don't know. I think
Cat Williams.
I think
Will he get killed?
I don't know, bro. That's a whole different conversation because that's crazy to think about. Like they're not gonna let these people get away with this shit,
Especially if he keeps going on,
Yeah.
like he just keeps talking and
but a lot of people have come out, that have.
Why is it now though? Why is it now?
I don't know. And I want to be like it's because we're winning, but I feel like it's darker than that.
How?
I feel like it's coming out now on purpose.
But the DOJ is another 3-letter agency that's corrupt as fuck. Same with the FBI.
Yeah.
So how is it we're winning? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you think it's a plant?
I don't fucking know. That's the thing. It's like them raiding their houses and doing that. Like it makes sense that they're just doing it to bury the evidence.
Yeah.
Same with the Epstein shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
nothing's
that
come
shit will
of it.
never come to light.
You know what I mean?
come of it.
So
yeah.
it's just, and Cat Williams had said it's all gonna come out in 2024, or however he talks.
That was perfect.
Was it?
I thought he was here, honestly.
But he said it's gonna come out. They're all going down.
I gotta get me one of those black nutcrackers, bro.
That was hilarious.
That shit is funny as fuck. I'm gonna tell everyone it's Cat Williams.
I got a Cat Williams at home.
Yeah, he's like, you got a Cat Williams statue from Party City.
Yeah, said there was 2 left. I just picked it up. I had to. Cat Williams saw it too and commented to him like when he got it. He like posted it and said, "Oh, I got a Cat Williams."
Fuck
Oh,
yeah,
shit, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Theo Vaughn is the shit.
he is fucking hilarious.
Hopefully he's not caught up in this trap of nonsense since he's famous at the wrong time.
He doesn't seem like it.
None of them did though until they were. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but he's like,
I don't think they can. I don't
Like
think they can.
I didn't want to believe Kevin Hart was, and I'm 100% sure he is now.
yeah, but like Theo Vaughn talks about like religion and stuff like pretty openly, and he's
Yeah.
also
A lot of people do though that are,
clean from drugs.
I don't know. I can see
openly.
Matt Rife being
Yeah,
Matt Rife is pretty plausible. Yeah.
I definitely can see
him
that.
sucking that thing.
And
They said this. Like, just imagine, bro. You're a young dude. You don't even know the real world yet. You just finished high school. Maybe in college, and someone comes up to you and just says, "I could make your wildest fucking dreams come true. Give you all the money, fame, and fortune you could ever imagine. And now, all you got to do is sell your soul to the devil." And you're gonna be and suck some dick, right? And suck some dick. But now listen,
Is it quick and
but
quiet?
like that's how they. So that's how I'm sure that's how they do it though. And these motherfuckers be
100%.
like,
And they film it.
stop playing.
Yeah.
They're just like, stop fucking.
Just
playing.
one
Like,
dick.
Like what the fuck? And it's just like, but then they say, dude, everyone that you know has done it.
Yeah.
Jay-Z, Puff Daddy, The Rock, LeBron James, like all these people, Eminem, all these people have fucking done it. That's why they're fucking famous. And I have video footage. I could prove it. We just need collateral, and we will give you millions and millions of fucking dollars. And some of these motherfuckers are just like, everyone's doing it.
Yeah.
If it's real, take your dick out. And if that dick comes out, these motherfuckers make the conscious decision to say, I can do this. Even if they're not gay, I can imagine they're like, I could do this one time for millions of dollars. And they do it and never think that they'll have to see the light of it again.
Yeah.
Until, like Puffy, they get you.
It's hard to argue it. It's hard to argue it.
50
for sure.
Cent's been going in the paint, huh?
And see, this is why 50 Cent, like, I feel like he struggled in the game so hard before.
He struggled for a long time.
Because he wouldn't play the game, bro. But then he found a way to win because they didn't expect him to become a movie making directing mogul, bro.
But he was also heavy into gangbanging.
No, I know, but he's like the kind of dude you can't fuck with. Though, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you can try him all you want, but once he got money, I promise you, he set up a fucking elite fucking security team of just thugged out motherfuckers, not suits. You know what I mean? He didn't hire former Navy SEALs and shit. He got real gangsters from the streets that were real killers and said, "You're my security team now, but you just look like my boys." And he run. Yayo is known, bro. That's why Yayo is the only one still with 50, because Yayo is known. He did time. He never spoke. He always had 50's back. He was like a mentor. So, and Yayo's a real street fool. So that's why he still gets to be filthy rich with 50 Cent, and all the other dudes got dropped like bad habits because they didn't have it in them.
Really?
Yeah, Young Buck, fucking Lloyd Banks, The Game.
Yeah.
No coincidence they're all weirdos now and shit, bro, but 50 dropped them because he didn't want to be surrounded by that
G-Unit.
That's crazy.
They don't fuck with each other anymore? Young Buck?
He beefs with all of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Young Buck fucks trannies apparently, and 50's been putting that out on him for a long time.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, 50 did like an interview on This Is 50 way back in the day with a tranny that claimed she hooked up with Young Buck.
Damn.
Yeah.
Are they all fucking gay or what?
Bro, that's the game. This is why 50.
That's
this
why
is why.
make it
this is why I think 50
first.
disconnected from these people, because some of these motherfuckers fell for it, bro. They got in and they were like, "Oh, this is dope. Puffy wants me to go to a fucking mansion party. I'm going."
Yeah.
And then they come back and they're like, "Oh, I should have gone last night." And then a check shows up.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Fuck it."
Man, those Justin Bieber videos are kind of wild.
They're creepy, bro.
Yeah.
And the Usher shit too.
That's sad.
That Usher shit is fucking sus as hell, bro.
Yeah.
So they've normalized it, though. I think these people really feel justified because they're surrounded by a whole bunch of other people who do it, bro.
Yeah.
It's like anything else. It's like all of the stuff we see with religion and war with, militaries of different countries, and the stuff they're willing to do and that they believe in is because everyone else around them's like, this is what we do.
But it goes to show just how toxic social media has really been, because like we're normalizing a lot of these things, which
but that's why they're normalizing it, because social media can grab something and send it like wildfire. So if they can normalize it as quick as possible, it won't look so bad when we start to find out that the presidents of this nation and the government and all the celebrities that we've ever known are all child pedophilia, fucking, rapist and fucking satanic fucking worshiping weirdos and shit. Like, if you can normalize that, look at Satanism's everywhere in music culture, bro. You can't see a top 100 fucking video right now that doesn't have some kind of ritualistic blood ceremony happening with Satan and goat heads everywhere. Like, you just can't.
Speaking of, whatever happened to that little twink Lil Nas X after he posted that
pretending to be,
he made some crazy
he was making fun of it.
Well, I get it, but like, I thought that was gonna like blow up, but it just like petered out.
I don't think people really listen to him anymore.
Yeah, I think
also that couldn't go on the radio.
Yeah, like it just petered out
because
right away.
he addressed it and made fun of it. Where like people like Sam Smith, they just do all these innuendos and shit and don't ever speak on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, if you don't talk about it, no one ever takes it any further. But Lil Nas went and made shoes with 666 and blood and all that stuff, and he went heavy in on it.
Yeah.
And was like, yeah, Satan's the man. And people were just like, all right, that's too much, because it's not art anymore.
Right.
It was realistic. Everyone else thinks the rest of these motherfuckers are just doing art, bro. It's just like, why would everyone consistently all want to at the same time make satanic art in their music and their videos? It's mind blowing, but that's where we're at, man. We're seeing.
Well, it definitely makes me happy that we don't really have to listen to him anymore, but I still see videos of Sam Smith.
That's the craziest thing ever.
I wish we could fucking stop seeing that, because it's disgusting. It's so gross.
It's just so sad to see. Like,
he's got a little dick too. You can tell. You can tell. And his fucking that when he's got women's lingerie, there's nothing there. There's literally nothing there.
Maybe it's so big it's tucked.
No, he's
a tucker.
I'm sure, but even like guys that have medium-sized cocks, you could probably see it even if you tuck it. there's nothing there.
If you tuck your cock, you can't see it. First off,
Yeah,
That's the whole point of tucking.
When
Yeah.
you tuck it below,
you
can
put
see
it between their legs.
see a
Bro.
bulge,
No,
dude.
you cannot
Yeah,
do
you
it.
can. Yeah, you can.
And celebrities know the game, bro. They when they do nude scenes and shit, they just tape the shit to their leg, bro, so it doesn't fucking swing around or bulge out anywhere.
Listen, I wear 2 pairs of shorts and I can still see the outline of my fucking huge dick. So
I don't know what to say. Maybe it sticks out because it's not long enough to hang.
Exactly. Pointing out forward.
it's bulgy, but
Yeah.
all I'm saying
It's
is
all balls.
It looks like
It's just balls, bro.
it looks to me like he doesn't have.
I don't know. I don't.
Anything.
I have to honestly say I don't check.
Just check. Check it.
Nah, I'm good.
I'm good.
Check his
also.
lingerie.
Did you
video,
did you
dude.
see the video of the Breakfast Club when they were talking about who is it? Charlemagne and who's the other fucking cat? I can't remember his name.
I can't
Like
remember
the
his name
Latino
either.
dude. But anyways, he was saying they were on
Drink Champs?
No,
Or-
no, the
Club.
Breakfast Club.
No.
I can only remember
So
Angelina.
they were on Gilly the Kid and Wallow's show together. Charlemagne and the other dude. And Charlemagne was like telling the story about fucking what's that white boy that dated Kim Kardashian that everyone loved? The comedian cat.
Dude.
Oh, Pete Davidson.
Pete Davidson.
Davidson.
He's like, man, he's like, so me and I don't remember who it was. Some female were in the studio when Pete Davidson came in and they talked to him. Whoop-de-whoop,
Oh
and he
yeah,
left.
and he looked.
And
at
then
his-
he was just like, the girl's like, he was wearing gray sweatpants, and I checked, and he was just like, it's okay, I checked too.
Yeah,
And
no, I saw
then they
that
were just
video.
like, what the fuck did you just say? He's like, I looked, I checked. That's what he's known for.
No,
And
no.
so he's like looked at his sweatpants to see if he could see his bulge, his dick print, bro. And he
No.
admitted that.
He said it to the one guy, right? And then
Yeah.
the one guy was like, "Tell him what you said when we saw Pete Davidson." And
Yeah,
he made him explain
Yeah,
it in
he
front of him.
explained it to
That
him,
shit was
yeah.
hilarious. That
And
was
Wallow
so
just
messed
sunk
up.
under the fucking table. He was
Yeah.
just like, no way, you just admitted that shit.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I don't know. I don't know what they do nowadays, but when we were young, like in the locker rooms at school, you got butt ass naked after PE
Yeah.
and showered and walked around, and you learn how to do eye contact like a motherfucker. I can't imagine staring at a dude's fucking dick out of curiosity.
I guess I'm just like really comfortable.
With your sexuality, I love when people say that shit.
I'm
It's
okay
like,
with being gay.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm just all right
That's
with
what that
being-
means to me. I'm comfortable with my sexuality, meaning like I don't care if you think I'm gay because I might
listen, I'm in the military. I've been in for 18 years.
be. Have you really been in that long already?
Yeah,
That's
crazy.
And I've played multiple sports where shit gets a little gay. So I am perfectly fine with.
So
everything.
Puffy's hiding out at your house? Or?
If you think so, yeah, he might be. But
That sounds like a rehearsed response with an attorney.
It did. It
I've
really
definitely
did.
ran through, only one gender. So
Oh,
yeah,
I was gonna say that's
Ran
getting
through a
scary.
couple.
I definitely ran through a few of the boys.
Yeah.
Got some soldiers on
I
my.
feel like
I
I
on my
feel
belt.
like people that are not comfortable with their sexuality are making it a
You're
little bit
sounding
bigger.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. If, I don't know. If I don't know if not comfortable
Oh,
with.
that's gay. Meanwhile, you're over there fucking.
I
getting a
think
boner
being
watching
comfortable in
guys.
your sexuality means that you don't have the temptation to look. Like why would else
Wait,
would you do
what?
that? If you're not comfortable with your sexuality, you would look and check. But if you're comfortable with your sexuality, you're like, I don't need to look at another man's shit.
Yeah,
for
what's
what
that
reason?
matter?
No, it just doesn't matter to me what they're fucking holding. It doesn't. I don't care.
But you want to see.
If I look at someone's dick, that doesn't make me gay.
It's like that fool has a little.
Yeah. I don't know. It's what it is. It is what it is.
Anyway, we're not gonna argue about
to
other
each
dudes'
their
penis.
own, you know.
If you like
you guys
Diddy,
are lying. I know for a fact you fucking look at people's dicks on fucking
Cody's like, take that,
bullshit.
take. I thought I told you that we won't
I
stop.
know goddamn well that you looked at Sam Smith's dick during that fucking video.
No, I was too grossed out by the fucking girdle he was wearing, bro,
Once
and
I
that his
see
titties were
look
about to fall out.
When I see stuff that you send like that, I just don't watch it.
You do.
I promise you, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
I just am like, all right,
You're
cool.
probably like,
I know who the fuck Sam Smith is, and I've seen him do like performances on like Tiny Desk and stuff,
Yeah.
and that's when he like switched up big
Yeah,
into
he got
like
weird, man. He wasn't always like that.
He wasn't.
Like I used to enjoy his
well, he used
music.
to wear suits and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, and when he was skinny.
Yeah.
He was sophisticated.
But then he got fat.
He was a respectable
devilish.
gay dude.
Yeah.
Now he's not a respectable gay dude.
No, he's not.
Why anybody? I don't know why anybody would want to bring their
kids or anything to that.
Why would you want to go to that?
Crazy. That is absolutely crazy.
It's mind blowing.
Like I can just see them just only the LGBT clan would want to go to that, but
I don't even think a lot of them want to go to that anymore.
it's very disturbing.
Anyway, all right. I know you guys got some fucking crazy stuff you want to talk about on the Baltimore bridge collapsing. I don't know if you guys think it's a conspiracy or what, but
I don't know what to think on this yet.
Yeah, I'm not. There's nothing I can read you guys the manuscript of like the time lapse of how everything happened, but other than that, that's what this is.
So
stating.
I think most people are in tune with what's coming about with this. The only questions that I have about it right now is, I don't know if you saw just today they announced that they got the black box.
Yep, that's
and
what
that
I have right
the
here.
last 2 minutes are missing from that.
Yeah,
Is that facts?
It's facts. It was all over the news. The last the 2 minutes prior to the crash, it was not recording or some shit like that.
Now, why do you think that would be?
I don't know, but the whole point of a black box is that it doesn't go out with power outages, and there's no way to turn it off. Essentially, I thought, at least for airplanes.
Here,
I don't know about black boxes in boats.
let me just go through this timeline quick here. So at 12:39 a.m., the Dali container ship departed from Baltimore's Seagirt Marine Terminal, and a lot of people said they didn't have tugboats, but they had tugboats up until they felt comfortable that they could pass through the canal.
Yeah.
So they did have tugboats. They got rid of them before this happened, obviously. 30 minutes later at 1:07, the vessel entered Fort McHenry Channel. Numerous alarms were recorded on the ship's bridge audio at 1:24 a.m. Around the same time, the voyage data recorder stopped recording the vessel's system data, but was able to continue taping audio from the alternative power source. 2 minutes later at 1:26 a.m., the VDR resumed recording Dali's system's data and captured steering commands and orders about its rudders. That same minute, the pilot issued a very high-frequency radio call to nearby tugboats requesting assistance for stricken vessel. Data from the Maryland Transportation Authority showed that pilot-associated dispatcher called the MDTA duty officer about a blackout. At 1:27 a.m., the pilot recorded the Dali to drop the port anchor along with other steering commands. The pilot also issued another high-frequency radio call reporting that the ship had lost power and was approaching the Francis Scott Key Bridge. The Transit Authority duty officer alerted 2 units, one on each side of the bridge, who were already on scene, and ordered them to stop traffic, shutting down all lanes. By 1:29 a.m., the Dali was moving at just under 8 miles per hour. The VDR recorded 33 seconds of sound consistent with the vessel colliding into the bridge. That's when the pilot radioed to the U.S. Coast Guard to report the bridge had collapsed. This is the last piece of information the NTSB provided from the black box. And then 2:25 a.m. Tuesday, the search and rescue mission began, where they recovered 2 bodies, and 4 other people are presumed dead as well as the 2. So that's pretty much all the information that we've got so far.
This one's, I'm not going to touch this one yet and say like conspiracy theory shit or anything, but there is a lot of weird information that's coming out. We just don't know what information is factual or not yet. It's a super unfortunate situation. It's super weird. I've heard people rumoring that there was practice scenarios being done over radio in Baltimore like a couple weeks prior to all this too. So that's weird.
There was one guy that showed a little explosion on the
like he says dynamite was on each of the corners where it broke off, and you can see, I've watched other videos and you can see that, but it could just be metal, and because there's wires, there's power wires, and it's for lighting. It could just be that shit sparking off.
And then this same scenario with Leave the World Behind too is really,
that's another situation.
Suspect.
But also they changed route to go that direction, and no one knows why yet.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to do a pretty thorough
investigation. And isn't it
investigation
suspect that they lose power right before they get to the bridge?
Yeah.
Isn't that? And isn't it also suspect that they concluded this is an accident after only investigating for like 30 minutes or something like that?
Yeah.
I think that the biggest issue is finding out the inconsistencies with the ship that it had prior, which I was watching the news yesterday, and they didn't put out any information on whether or not the ship had engine failure issues. So.
Yeah, super weird. But I even seen other people though that talking about that know how to operate these ships saying that a power outage does not control the engine or the ability to navigate.
Yeah.
I also saw that one of the like turbines turned back on, or the anyway, whatever. And one of them turned back on, and that's why it turned so abruptly, and the other ones didn't turn on. And then they had the anchor in, so it also shifted it that way.
But isn't that I'm speaking out of turn here. So if the propeller turned on, doesn't control the rudder though. The rudder would be able to steer them, right?
I'm not sure.
I don't know what it looks like inside.
Me either.
I don't know if they actually have like a regular steering wheel, or if it's
You'd
all.
assume so.
Yeah. So why wouldn't they be able to steer away from that?
Is it just me, or is that a jank ass bridge too, though?
It is. That's the thing. I mean, it's an old bridge,
Yeah.
a really
It
old
is
bridge.
old, yeah.
That's why people are like, "Oh, it shouldn't have been able to break like that." And it's like, well, it's old. It's not made to be hit by a cargo ship that's that large. They weren't transporting that when they built that.
So
bridge.
they said this is going to take years to rebuild.
Yeah, they said 2 years.
This is going to affect the supply of the United States, and it's kind of a big deal. But it is interesting, though.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what they come up with, but I just don't like.
It just all seems too convenient.
But everyone's acting like they're fucking boat expert.
I know
it's crazy.
But we seen, like
That happens all the time.
I know, but we did that to people during COVID too. Everyone's acting like they're fucking doctors
Scientists.
and scientists, and it's just like, well, but they were all right.
Yeah.
So it's like we got to be careful now. You know what I mean? I'm not saying this has anything to do with conspiracy, but I will say it's weird timing.
It is weird.
And holy shit, if we weren't right when we said last year at the end of the year, the rest of this next year in 2024 is going to be fucking week after week crazy.
Yeah.
And every time we've come on week after week to do this show, there's been some new crazy fucking developments in the world as we know it. So man, if it's going to keep escalating like this, we're in for a fucking ride, you guys.
I think if we're going to continue to like go through the NTSB, so it's the National Transportation Safety Board.
Yeah.
They need to figure some shit out because we're having a lot of issues with our national transportation.
Yeah.
Like
airplanes and shit too are fucking like all fucked up and shit, bro. Like you name it, it's bad right now.
They're staying busy though.
Crazy.
They're staying real busy.
But
so
I think what this is all like potentially a direct result of DEI, a direct result of pay scale misunderstandings, people getting jobs that they shouldn't have, people being paid not enough, people walking away from government mandates and shit like that at their jobs, and now they have to take whoever they can get to work for them. Like there's a number of things that are causing this from the last 4 years to now that we're just seeing kind of the downfall of things as we know it. And I don't know if it's intentional or not for certain, but it definitely looks like it's intentional. Yeah. Because man, if we can't function as a society anymore, who's going to do it for us?
Yeah.
Oh, the government. They're going to step in and take care of us, bro.
Yeah. And I mean, obviously we all want to say it sucks that people lost their lives and
absolutely it's unfortunate that whether this is real or fake, innocent people were killed.
Yeah.
100%.
2 minutes is pretty much all they had to get off the bridge.
Ice cold water.
Yeah. No, to get off the bridge is what I'm saying. They had 2 minutes before it got struck from when they were told, the cops were told, radioed. So 2 minutes to try and get everyone off the bridge is outrageous.
Yeah.
So it's a scary situation, and then to get trapped in ice cold water.
I hope that it was only an accident or just a random act, but it just seems too suspect to me.
I hope it's just an accident too.
Yeah,
this shit's crazy.
That's a tough one. The one thing we can talk about that's good today, and in the sense of like it's pretty freaking interesting, is the terrorist attack in Russia.
Yep.
Where they completely beat the fuck out of these 4 dudes.
Yeah, like, it was pretty. Yeah, I mean that's what you get when you kill 100 people.
They sent the right kind of fucking message, though.
Yeah, they really did.
They sent the right.
That would be like probably the last country I would want to do that in. It would be Russia.
Yeah. But why aren't we like that?
Yeah, we should be.
You know what I mean? Like, why aren't we like that, bro?
We did used to be.
It sucks that we're not. Because look at how fucked up this place is now that people can get away with doing anything.
Do you remember when they went after Trump Dog when he reopened Guantanamo?
Yeah.
They called him the fucking everything under the book for doing that. Yeah, that's because those people that were going there were just like this.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, they beat the piss out of those guys and
cut their one dude's ear off and fed it to him, bro. Like, but they made an example.
Yeah.
I bet no one could. So, did you hear the story about how this went down? About how these guys ended up doing it? So first of all, they're saying America was responsible for this, making it happen. But this one of the guys they were questioning him, said that he was on Telegram, and he received a message from someone on Telegram saying they would pay them millions of dollars to do this.
And he was only 24, 25 years old.
And he was like, and so I took it. And they asked him like, who was it or why did and he just said like it doesn't matter anymore because he knew they were gonna kill him.
Oh.
But bro, he was like fucking shaking like crazy, talking, scared shitless. But yeah, basically they said someone offered them money via Telegram.
I'm sure he was scared, but I'm sure it was cold as fuck there too, and he was only in a t-shirt,
And they'd already been torturing him for.
They're beating the piss out of him too. So,
but way to make an example. That's how we should treat people. I think that's how we should treat pedophiles.
Dude, they killed
and terrorists.
over 100 people.
It was so. Let me give the people a rundown a little bit of what happened. So, what happened is there was 4 individuals, from what we understand, who went into this Crocus City Hall music venue, and they basically just started shooting the place up, and then eventually set it on fire afterwards. I think it is over 140 plus people have died. In this article, it does say 137 people confirmed to have been killed, which it's more than that. So it's pretty crazy. And then they said right away ISIS took the blame for the attack, but then Russia also said Ukraine did it somehow. And so that's kind of where we're
blaming
standing
Ukraine because they were trying to flee into Ukraine.
Yeah, they said they were going to go to Ukraine. Yeah, like Cody said. But then Russia did a mass deportation of a lot of people.
Yeah, that was another dope thing.
Yeah, and now, but the only unfortunate thing is now, like obviously,
they're probably going to end up here.
And the Muslim people or the Islamic people are going to be that live there are going to be treated poorly, very poorly. Who may not mean any harm.
I know that sucks for certain people, but like, bro, you need to have these kind of boundaries. I think in today's world, like when we shouldn't allow people to come into like this country and fuck it up. And if they do, they should be fucking mass exited immediately. Mm-hmm. We shouldn't play games like that. Why do other countries get to play games like this? And we got to be the all loving fucking people that are willing to sacrifice our own fucking livelihood. Yeah. Like right now, there's cases of measles popping up in Chicago. Yeah. And there's 100% saying it's because of the migrants. Yeah. Because we didn't have measles here until all of a sudden, all of these illegals are coming from other countries, third world countries where they have diseases like this. And now it's popping up all over Chicago. Damn.
Look at that guy's face.
He got wrecked up. Look at that.
I'm sure it's worse than that.
That must be fun.
Yeah.
That would be some fun shit to do to somebody.
Dude, that's what you get, though.
And they brought him into their court hearings like this. Like, this is him at court, obviously, which they made him plead guilty. Like, they said, you guys are, like, there wasn't an option, but they said, do you plead guilty to this? And they had to say yes. So, obviously.
Yeah, they didn't have an option. Well, that's what you get. It's fuck around and find out.
It really is. That was a good example of why you shouldn't do that. So
I think we should incorporate some policies similar.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Yeah, this one Cody had brought up, and he wanted to touch base on it. I don't know if you guys want to watch this video quick.
No, I don't want to watch it. It's 3 minutes long.
It's 3 minutes long, and the guy doesn't talk very well. And not saying I do either, but I'm also not trying to make people pay $18,000.
Is this Bedros Killian's project?
Yes, it is. Yep, he's one of the founders of it.
Yeah.
Your boy is instructor.
Luplo is
So he's the founder of the project, and then Steve Eckert is the co-founder, which he is a U.S. Marine.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
dude.
So it is $18,000 to participate in a 72-hour course where
that's it. It's only 72 hours.
72-hour course.
All right, look.
Oh my god.
Let's give a quick review of this, and we'll call it.
I didn't know that.
I don't want to trash this concept per se.
75 hours. Sorry.
but I maybe I'm gonna. I guess I don't know. I just find it weird that anybody thinks this is how you become a man.
Oh my God, dude.
In 72 hours at that, right?
75.
If you feel like you have to do this to become a man, dude, there's no hope. You're not going to become a man doing this.
And after
you're not going to
75
face
hours.
anything real that's going to make you become a man. And none of like Navy SEALs are making fun of these people, bro.
Jesus, dude.
Navy SEALs are making fun of these people. I hate to take someone like Bedros down on this path, bro, because I actually respect the thought process that he has. He's a big advocate of Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill, which is something I'm profoundly into and trying to live by. But it's principles.
Can't like everybody.
This is not in line with those principles. This is fucking. I'm just using.
This is taking advantage of weak
this
men.
is taking advantage of dumbass weak men who actually would buy something like this to feel like they're tough again. And some of them take their kids, their sons, to these things.
Do you know what? You know what it is? It's all these beta, all these beta males that are fucking getting cheated on, and you know they're all fine. They're all their ladies are like, "You're not a man. So and so is a real man."
I'll see you in 75 hours, bitch.
I'll be back.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
I'm gonna come back and whoop your ass.
Let me go pay $18,000 to go and get yelled at.
I mean, $18,000 is just outrageous.
It's
like
it's mind blowing, bro.
Insane.
I think it makes you less manly if you actually follow through with this shit. I could be wrong, but I'm just gonna throw that out there. Like, I don't know, bro. It's weird to me that dudes would do something like this.
What's the minimum age requirement? 18? Yeah.
18 years old.
I think shame on you for doing this, like participating and instructing.
No, your airfare is not included. Your food, room, and transportation during the 75 hours are included. Also included is your graduation dinner and room for a graduation night.
Yeah, it's just fucking sad, dude.
It's kind of embarrassing if I'm gonna be
fucking
real.
sad.
What can I expect? Expect to be physically challenged, expect to be mentally exhausted, expect to be emotionally tested, expect to grow in all three areas.
In 75 hours, come in to a state near you.
Yeah, I just don't
Oh my God, dude.
It's taking advantage of rich men too, mostly.
For sure. Yes, you're taking advantage of rich weak men who have never had to like do anything real to identify that this is not being a man.
Yeah.
Also, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck how manly you think it is. You will not belittle me physically, mentally, or emotionally like this and not catch an ass whooping.
For sure.
That's so weird that any man would even like. First of all, the first step of being a man is to not let people treat you the way these motherfuckers treat you, and then let them tell you it's to develop you, and it's going to cost you $18,000 out of your fucking life savings to do this. But when you're done, you'll be a fucking man, or you won't. And it's just like, oh, those are odds I'm willing to play. What the fuck,
crazy.
bro? Like, it doesn't work that way. Some motherfuckers wait their whole lives to have experiences in the real world that will make them become a man.
Yeah.
And you're telling me you figured out how to do it in 75 hours for $18K.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but for me, this is a thumbs down on Bedros and his whole thought process on how to, because this is another guy that tells you how to be successful too. Yeah. And it sucks because he has really good discussion on his podcast about it, but this kind of shit fucking turns me off, bro. This is weird as fuck.
Yeah. I mean,
like if you want to go do a fucking mud run or some, a Spartan race or some shit if you want to fucking test your grit, bro. But this right here, this is degrading.
Even doing like 75 hard is a better option than doing 75 hours of fucking dumb shit.
This is absolutely degrading. And for the cost and the amount of time that they're putting into you and what they do to you in that amount of time, this is purely degrading and makes you look like less of a man, in my opinion. My wife would not respect me when I came home if I went and did some dumb shit like this.
God, no. But do a 3-day fast. That'll be more effective than doing something like this. Like,
go fucking chop wood.
Go chop wood. That shit's hard.
Fuck, man. Get married and have kids.
Yeah, there you go.
You become a fucking man.
Yeah.
Or maybe not.
Maybe not.
I know a lot of bitch ass fathers out there.
You might be a deadbeat too. But
dude, go to the gym. Yeah, get fucking juicy.
Speaking of which, on a note we can end on here, we're having the gym cleanse this weekend.
What day? Sunday?
Yeah, on Saturday at like 8 p.m.
Do you want me to be there?
I don't know. Do you feel like you should be cleansed? You can't train. You can't release any negative energy. We're gonna have to close the gym for like an hour and a half.
I'm coming.
And like me, Laura, and Kayla have to be there because we're the ones who spend the most time in that place and have the most connection. And we need to be cleansed.
I don't know. I feel like I need to be there because I feel like it was always a competition with him, with me.
If you feel that way, come.
You know what I mean?
But so here's the just for those of you that are wondering what the fuck we're talking about. So this isn't on some superstition shit. This is real. This is native practice to come in and cleanse a building, regardless of whether it's true what this sidekick lady told me that we talked about before, that there's a certain
bad energy,
evil energy or spirit there of someone, this and that. Regardless, that's a place where people dump all their negative energy, and they've been doing it for fucking 9 years straight. Yeah. In that building by the thousands and thousands of people over the course of 9 years. And she highly recommends, the person coming to do it highly recommends, like, yeah, that alone is reason to cleanse the building. So we're going to do it because there is definitely some fucking gross negative energy in that building, and I want it gone. So we're going to do it.
Shit.
We're going to smoke that place out.
How are you going to people that are there?
We're gonna send notice to everyone because we checked
through the app.
Yeah, and we're gonna do Facebook and everything else. So like we're just gonna hit all angles that we can because we just checked the reports to see like when was the least busy time this weekend. Usually, and between 8 and 10 we have like 4 or 5 people consistently that would come in. So we're gonna directly send notice to those people as well as everyone else and just say, look, we're gonna have to close from 8 to 9:30. It'll probably only take about a half hour to do the cleansing. But then we got to air the motherfucker out because it's be full of smoke. Because she's got to hit every corner and closet within the building. Like she has to go into every room and everything with it. And then all of us that are there have to be cleansed too. And she said you can't let people in to work out because you can't be dumping negative energy into the gym while she's cleansing it out.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get my negativity out these next 2 days.
Yeah, dump it, bro.
I'm gonna dump that shit.
You gonna clap cheeks?
I mean, separately, yeah, but
I think I should be there.
It'll come. It'll be at 8 p.m. on Saturday.
Are we going out after?
You gotta cut that out, man. Everybody's going to be there.
Well, we're going to send notice anyway.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to tell them all what we're doing.
They're not invited.
Yeah. Don't fucking come.
Yeah. Don't. It's not a party.
Yeah.
Wrong smoke out.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Anything you guys want to add on top?
Oh, that was good.
No. I think we're good.
Cool. Well, there we go. That was episode number 66, I believe, in the bank. So
wait. There is a new guy running for president on the Democratic side. His name's Jim Larson or something like that.
No one cares.
What?
No one cares.
No.
I know. I'm just saying.
He's a nobody.
I'm just saying Gavin Newsom's not. So get ready to get cream pie because you said 67. I was thinking 69, and then I thought cream pie. So anyway,
no, there's still time. There is still time. There is a long time between now and November.
It would be a hella last minute run though, bro.
It would be.
It would be last minute for Michelle Obama.
He would gain no strength. Obama doesn't need the fucking strength, bro. She could just turn on the light switch and everyone will jump.
No.
But that's why I was shocked.
They would have to work. They have to work Gavin Newsom in to figure out who the fuck he is. Like they haven't highlighted the guy enough for everyone to know who the fuck he is or to care about who he is. If you do a Michelle Obama, that's over, bro. Dude, overnight they will get
China. He's got China on his side.
He's just trying to save face.
China.
Yeah, you don't want to get cream pied.
You're getting cream
pied. Dude, you're getting cream pied.
You're getting cream the fuck pied, bro.
You guys are
getting I have the most hope still, bro.
No.
Michelle Obama is the best bet.
She already said she's not going to fucking.
She also said she's not a man.
No chance.
She also says she's not a man, bro.
Zero.
We'll see.
Zero.
Those motherfuckers haven't told the truth once yet.
Get ready for the pie.
Just like there's zero chance they killed their fucking chef, right?
Cream pie.
Anyways, thank you so much for listening, you guys. We appreciate the support. It's been a good week. It's also been a crazy week, and I bet by next week it's going to be a whole bunch of new crazy shit or new developments and everything that's going on. So keep tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Tell your friends about us. Don't tell your friends about us. Talk good, talk bad. Doesn't really matter as long as you're talking about us. Peace.